Hello everyone, this is Marissa with Neilani's Craft House. How are you guys doing today? I am going to be making a swag for Patriotic Swag for 4th of July. This is the sign I'll be using. It says 1776 to 2026, happy 250th year USA. And we're going to be using a 21-inch stir stick. I went ahead and I put on 5 chenille stems, started at 10.5 because it's 21.5 inches, started at 10.5 inches, and then I went an inch at each end, and then I went into the middle of those. I went ahead and put hot glue on it so that it doesn't go anywhere, and I went ahead and attached the back as well on there. Okay, I'm going to be using a fairy light. Let's put that over there. And we're going to be needing a 21-inch felt. I went ahead and cut it out to the back of it. So when we're done, we're going to stick this on there. Put that over here. I have ribbon. This is 2 ribbons put together. Okay, this one, Home of the Brave. I have this one in blue. I have that one and this one. Okay, I'm going to be making a funky bow. Also have a red ribbon. That one, and that one. Let's put that aside for now. Put all of these aside for now. I got this mesh cut at 10 inches it's 10 by 10. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it, but if I do, it'll be for curls. But I'm not sure because I don't think I cut enough or had enough to do it. Then I'm also be using these ones. It's a blue and white one. And a red one. So these are cut to 30 inches. Yes, these are cut to 30 inches. These are cut to 30 inches. And these ones are cut to 10 inches. But like I said, I'm not sure if I'm using those. So let's put this aside for now. And the way we're going to be doing this is going to be the ruffle. So that's 2 curls with a ruffle in the middle. So the way you do it is you have your mesh rolled up to you. So we're going to take that edge and we're going to curl it a couple times. Not much, you just want to make 1 circle on it. Okay, then we're going to take a clip, pinch in the middle, flip it, and then do the same thing on this side. Roll it a couple times till you make 1 complete turn, and then find your middle. And for me, my middle is this center right here. Okay, and you're just going to gather your finger, walk your fingers over to the other side. So make that circle, or burrito, cylinder, whatever it is you want to call it. Walk your fingers over to the other side, and that is what it looks like. Let's get it straight over here. Oops, I'm sorry. That did not come out how I wanted it to. Let's do it again. I'm going to roll it. We're going to clip it, flip it, and we're going to roll this till it meets to the other side to make that full complete circle. And then we're just going to gather up into the middle. Walk your fingers over to the other side. And there you go. Make sure that it's even on both sides. Okay. So what we're going to do is the part that's narrow, has a narrow edge here, that's the top part. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, I'm going to put mine face down, and instead of having the curls up, I'm going to put mine face down. And I'm going to have it vertically. Okay, the next one I'm going to put horizontally, vertically, horizontally. Okay, we put it in here, secure it tightly, twist twice. Okay, and take a blue one. We're going to be alternating the colors. So the blue one, same way, rolls up to you. I'm going to take it, the edge, turn it a couple times till it makes that one complete circle. Then you're going to clip it in the middle. And if it rolls back up on you, put something heavy on it. Roll the other end a couple times till you get to that complete circle. And you're going to find your center. My center is right here. And I'm going to walk it over to the other side, just like we did the other one. Pushing up with that finger, with your thumb. Okay? So it's just like that. That is what is called a cruffle. It has two curls and a ruffle in between them. Oops, this one's coming down. So then we are going to take this one and we're going to put it horizontally, not vertically. So let's put this, push that up a little bit, gather in the middle, tighten it, and twist. Just like that. And take a red one. Gonna do the same thing. This one got a little squish. That's okay. I'm gonna take the edge, roll it, make a taco, clip it in the middle, flip it, roll the other end into a taco, find your middle, and walk your fingers over to the other side. Trying to stay in the middle as best as you can. Sometimes I can't do it. Keep it there. Okay? Try and get it as centered as you can. It's not always going to be like that. So now, the first one we did this way. The second one we did vertically, horizontally. Now we're going to do vertically again. Okay, so we're trying to hide as much space as we can. We're going to secure it and twist it twice. Okay, let's get a blue one. It's going to come towards you when you roll it up. And take that edge a couple times just to make that burrito. See, it only goes around one time. Okay, take it, roll it till it comes a full circle. Find your middle and walk your fingers to the other side. Trying to stay in the middle as best as you can. Now we're going to go horizontally instead of vertically. So push this up a little bit and get it in there. Secure it down there. Twist it a couple times. Okay. Now we're going to do the red one. And take this one and we're going to do this one vertically. Twist it twice and that's it. So now we're going to go whatever color we put down is we're going to do the opposite. So this is red, we're going to do blue. This is blue, we're going to do red. And if it went vertically, we're going to put it horizontally. So blue one. And roll it a couple times till they make that one full circle. Clip it in the middle. Flip it. If it doesn't stay, put something heavy on there. Curl it. Take that one round. Find your middle and walk your fingers over. Okay. Now, instead of vertically, we're going to go horizontally. Okay. Secure it on there. Tight. Twist it. And we're not going to be needing this chenille stem. So just go ahead and intertwine that ends. And then we're going to clip it with a wire cutter. We're going to take it and we're going to tuck it underneath. Real good. You can't really see it. Tucked under there. Okay, now we're going to take a red one. Roll it. Find your middle. Flip it. Roll it. Find your middle and walk your fingers over to the other side. Just tuck at it even to get it evenly. Tuck at it a little bit. You don't have to tuck hard. Pull on it a little bit. Okay. This one, since we went vertically, horizontally, we're going to go vertically with this one. So go here. Secure it in there. And then twist it a couple times, interlocking those chenille stems. And then we're going to cut it about 1 inch above. That way, if you make a mistake, you have a little bit of Chanel stem to still work with. If we ever have to open it up, you know. So this is vertically. Okay. So now we're going to take a blue one and do the same thing. Okay. Oops. Let me be right back. I gotta get a cloth. I knocked over my drink. Let me pause the video. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I spilled my drink. Okay, so we're gonna take this one and we're gonna put it in the middle. And this one is gonna go horizontally because we had gone vertically on there. So anything that you did before, you will be doing the opposite. So red on blue, blue on red. We're not going to be needing this Chanel stem. We're not going to need this one, or this one. So you can go ahead and interlock those and cut that off. The last two on the bottom we're going to be needing, so do not cut those ones off. Tuck that underneath real good. Okay, there you go. That's what it's looking so far. Then now we're going to do a red one. I'm going to roll it a couple times. Where did I put my little clip? Clip the middle portion. Flip it. Curl a couple times. Find your center. Walk your fingers over to the other side. Trying to stay in the middle as best as you can. Pull it out if you need to make it even. I try to keep them even. So then this one here, we're going to put vertically. Okay. Push that up. Let me undo that a little bit. There you go. And push that down. Secure it in there. And we're not going to cut this one off. We're going to leave that because we have to put ribbons in there. So the last one we're doing is a blue one. I'm going to roll it a couple times. I'm going to clip it. Flip it. Let's put something heavy on that. Roll the other end a couple times to make that burrito. Find that center and walk your fingers over. Okay, this one is going to go horizontally. This one also, we're not going to be cutting over, so get that tucked in there. Secure it, twist twice. Okay, that's what it's looking for so far. Let's go ahead and do our lights. Try and get it straight a little bit. Okay, we're going to test it out. We're going to pull that little paper, turn it on to make sure it all lights up. And it has 3 modes. Second one. And the third one. Third one stays on. And that's the one that I use to actually get it to, so this way I can see the light, see where I put it. I'm going to feed this underneath. Okay. Have enough space here. I'm going to keep this over here. We're going to go around this right here, the end. I'm going to feed this back underneath. We want to get it underneath that red. And feed that through. Be careful because sometimes it gets caught. Okay, don't pull it too tight because we want to be able to see the lights. Okay. There you go. Then we're going to wrap that around to the other side. Go underneath and bring it over to the other side. Feed it around. So since we have 2 layers, I'm going underneath the top layer. Just going around it. And then we're going to go under the other one. Straight across. I'm going to bring that around to the other side. Feed that around. Okay. And you don't have to worry too much about this section. Your bow is going to be here and your sign is going to be here. Okay. So since it's showing over here already on both sides, let's bring it out a little bit just so that it shows. Okay. We want it to come out showing. Let's get that under here. We want that showing. Okay. And bring this around here. We're going to go underneath this red one. And this is where we want to see the lights. Because we're not going to have anything hiding it at all. Except for the ribbons. So we can use a little bit more of the light around these ones. So I'm going to go down around that blue one. I'm just trying to get underneath. Okay. And then we need to pull that just a little bit. And then we're going to go around the bottom portion. And we're going to get that in there. Okay. At the end here, what we're going to do is we're going to go in where the curl is. We're going to tuck that in there. Push it in one layer. And push that through one time. And then we're going to bring it back out here. Push it back out. And then the wire that's there, you're going to wrap it around that wire. Just be careful because the wires are fragile and you don't want to break it. There you go. So let's turn on that light. Let's turn this off so you can see it a little bit better. And then we have the other one. So at nighttime, this is what it'll look like at nighttime. So this is on. This is the first one. This is the second one. And then this is the third mode. Okay, so let's turn that off. All right, so now I'm thinking we're not gonna use this, okay? Let's pull our ribbons out. And we're going to make a bow. Let's turn this on because we're going to need this to finish the center of the bow. And that's my hot glue. Put a stick in there. Okay, let's get the small pieces away. And we're just focusing on the long portions. Okay. Okay. So this one is 2 pieces of ribbon put together. I just tack it with glue. So we'll do that on this side as well. So I left it so you can see right down the middle. Got to get that hot a little bit. So let's see if we have any dovetailing that we need to do. This is one ribbon that I'm using. Home of the Brave. So these are cut to 28 inches. And you're going to need 2 of those. And then I have this one. These are also cut to 28 inches. And you will need 2 of those ones. I have this one. You will also need 2 of that, and that's cut to 28 inches. And last one I have is this one, and that's also cut to 28 inches, and it's been dovetailed. Now, to dovetail, you're going to take, let me use a different one here, your straight edge, just like that. When you cut your ribbon, you're going to fold that in half and make sure that it's lined up properly. Okay? You want it to be even on both sides. Then the closed section here and the open section here. So from the closed section, you're going to take your ribbon scissors and only use your ribbon scissors for ribbons. Do not use it in your kitchen for cutting hair or for anything else, just your ribbons. From the closed section, you're going to go diagonally up to the open sections. So angle it and cut, and that makes it a dovetail. Let's do it again. I'm going to line it up real good, fold it in half, line it up real good. From your closed section to the open section, cut from inside to the outside diagonally, and that makes your dovetail. Okay? So the way I'm going to have these set up is I'm going to put this one. Then I think I am going to use this one here, and then this one. And then we'll put this one. Nope. The red one first. The red one. The blue one. This one. And this one. Okay. So this is heated up. Let me show you how to do the 2 that I put together. So it's 2 different ribbons. This one is a 7.8. 7/8, sorry. 7/8 and a 1.5. Okay. So at the edge here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make sure we put a generous amount of glue right here. We're going to find the center. Be careful with that glue because it is very hot. Find your center, and you're going to stick it down there. Press down. And be careful once again, the glue is hot. Okay, let that one dry. And do the same thing for this one. Okay, I'm going to give it a generous amount. I'll find that center. And press down. Okay, so while that is drying, see this one, it's already dry. So what you're going to do, fold it in half, and we're going to dovetail it. But make sure that it's dry before you do this. Take your ribbon scissors and dovetail. And that will stay in place. Because you got it in the middle real good, generously. Same thing with this one. It's dry. Fold it in half. Sometimes it can be a little difficult, so just maneuver it to your will. Cut it, and that's going to stay there. Okay. This is why you do generously, because you want it to come all the way up. Okay, so those are done. That's what dovetailing is. We'll still need that. Okay, oops. Okay, so for these ones, what we're going to be doing is we're going to take our 28 inches. We're going to put the two ends together. And then we're going to put our finger in here. We're not going to press down on it because we don't want to crease. So we're going to put our finger in here, put it at the beginning, find 5.5 inches, and we're going to gather it at 5.5 inches. Okay? Just like that. Then you're going to spread these apart. And if you notice, there's a good side and then the inside of the ribbon because it's only one-sided. So we're going to twist that bottom one because we want the good sides to be up on both sides of your tail. Let me grab my this is my bow maker. It comes in very handy. Take a chenille stem. You want to put that in there. These pull out as well. I got this over at Michael's. Okay, so I'm going to take that and we're going to put that inside the bow maker. I'm going to separate these tails, push down, separate them, and then we have that. Okay, so then we'll take the next one, put those edges together, put your finger in, find 5.5 inches. I'm going to take it, separate those tails, and flip that other one up. So both good sides is up. So your loop is on this side and your tails is on this side. Now we're going to flip it where the loop will be on the right side and the tail is going to be on your left side. So let's put that in there. Okay, about here, here. Okay, pull that up just a little bit more. There you go. Separate them. There you go. So about 5.5 inches, 5.5 inches on both sides. One needs to come out just a little bit more to make it 5.5 inches. Okay. Take that same step we're doing. So now your first loop, your second loop, and your third loop is going to be. So we're going one left, one right, one left, one right. And we're going to do that for all the ribbons. So let's put that down, line them up properly, and push down, open up your tails. Make sure your tails are right side up. Got her up at 5.5 inches. Separate those tails. Flip that one that is upside down. And we're gonna put it in just like that. Make sure it's lined up properly. Open up those tails. Make sure it's pushed down. Take your next ribbon and do the same thing. Line them up properly. Make sure it's lined up good. Okay. We're gathering to 5.5 inches. So we have a 5.5 inch loop. You could do 6 inches if you like as well. Push that in. Line them up. Open up your tails. Five and a half inches. Make sure you're putting it in opposite direction and lining up your loops. This one's gonna go here, so we want it this way. Your one directional ribbon, just pay attention to how you're putting them in. There you go. Okay. So this is the long one that we have. We only have one of this one because I want this one to be front and center. Let's dovetail this portion of it. Get your ribbon scissors, fold it in half, cut from the closed edge to the open edge diagonally. And there you go. So now, this also will be at 5.5 inches. And don't know how I'm going to get this one here. It's going to have to be like that. Okay, let's put this on top. Make sure it's even. And separate them out. Your tails. Okay. Now, we're going to take an 8-inch zip tie. We're going to lift this up, including your chenille stem that you put first. Lift that up just a little, not a lot. We don't want it coming out from the top, okay? Then we're going to take your your zip tie and push it underneath. Bring that over. And we're going to close it up. Okay. And then you can just bring it up. Everything up. Secure it a little bit more. Bring it up. We want to keep it secure as best as we can. Try to keep it in one line. Tight as you can, not making it, see that line, how it's all in one line? all on top of each other. You don't want it going side to on the side of each other. Okay, let's make sure they're on top. Secure it in there as best as you can. Now I have this little gadget here. There's a hole right here that you're going to take your zip tie tail. You're going to put it in that hole right there, and you're just going to pull. Make sure that it stays in line. Okay, you put it in that hole and you pull down, and when it's tight enough, it's going to cut it off. And there you go. Easy peasy. Okay, so you won't need this anymore. Okay, so we're going to be using this is a 3/8 ribbon. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to put this and finish off our bow. So that's going to be in the middle of our bow. So how I put this on is I take and put glue right in the end on the tip of it. I turned it around to where that chenille stem is, and I put it on top of that. Secure it onto that chenille stem. And be careful, don't burn your hands. And then at that, and you just take it and you wrap it around the center. And I like to go around 2 times. Okay. Then on top of the ribbon that you just went around, and take your glue and put a good amount on there. Once again, be careful. And then you put your second go around on top of that. Pull on it a little bit so that it secures properly. Okay. And then you can cut the excess off. That stays on there. Okay, so your whole ribbon stays in that one area. Stays on top of each other. Then you're going to take your chenille stem and you're going to twist it in the back of that to lock that in as well. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to take our ribbon, not the portion that had the 2 chenille stem that we did not cut. The part that actually have this piece, which is the narrow area, is where that first one on top is where we're going to be putting your bow. So we want the bow to go this way. So we're going to take it, chenille stems, and we're going to feed it through your mesh. Okay? And sometimes it can be a little difficult because it's thick. So we want it to go on the side of each side of that stick. And be careful when you're pushing it through because you can poke yourself. Put it on the other side. You can flip it over if you want so you can see. Push it over, push it through, and then it comes on both sides. Right around that board. Pull it through. Okay. Then you want to secure it, twist it twice, and then make sure that your bow is in the right place. So you want it there. Make sure that it's nice and secure. I think mine can go a little bit. See, it's loose. So mine can go a little bit tighter. Okay, tighten it and then I can secure it. And just gonna do that. And twist it a couple times. And we're gonna cut off the excess. 1 inch above, just like we did the rest of the Chanel stems. Okay, that's going to be down here because we're going to secure that later on with your glue. Okay, we're not going to fluff the bow right now because we have to flip it again. So I'll show you how to do that in a minute. We're going to attach our sign. Okay, remember this is the sign we're using. And the way I did that was I went ahead and I used this little gadget here. It has a hole, 4 holes right through, so you can put your Chanel stem in it. So 4 holes. You take off the back of it. I add a little bit of glue and then I stick it down and then I secure it more with more glue. That way it is secure. Yeah, it makes me feel better basically. And that's what I did. So we're going to take this. So the second one and the third one is where we're going to put it on top, okay? So we're going to take this. Oops, the lights turned on. We're going to put it again in between your mesh. And you're going to push it to both sides of your base. Let's flip this over. Sometimes the Chanel stems can be a little difficult pulling it. So if it's upside down, then I can see where it's going and I can grab it better, and that way I don't poke myself. So now I'm going to pull it down just a little and I am going to twist it twice. I don't want to twist it all the way yet because I want to make sure that I am putting it where I want it to be. Okay, so then I'm going to do the second one here, one on each side. Let's flip it over. Flip that through. Push that through. One there. Where's the other one? That comes through to the other side. Okay. And twist it twice. Now let's see if we like that there. So our bow is right there. I think I want that to go up a little higher. So let's undo this and undo this. It's too low. Gently pull it out. We're going to go above that. Okay. Push that in here. Through that. Okay. And that's the reason why we only twist it twice, so that we can move it if we need to. Come on, go through. Okay. Let's try and secure this one. Now let's check it out. That's a lot better. It's on the center. It's in the center of that bow. And it has enough space around here. Okay. There you go. So when we put our ribbon here, the ribbons will show. So we can go ahead, since I like that there, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to tighten it, secure it. Twist it a couple times, and what I like to do is I push it underneath that Chanel stem that's close to it, and then I'm gonna, only one of it goes underneath, and then I intertwine them again together, just like that. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Push one underneath that Chanel stem that's next to it, one of them, and then intertwine them together. And since this one is long, we're going to cut off a piece of this one. There you go. So we're going to secure that down, and this one down, and this one down when we're putting on our back. Okay, so now what we're going to do is focus on the shorter ribbons and make our bundles. Okay, so we have one of this, and then we have these ones. So I'm going to take this one, I'm going to put this one on top of it, make an X, but first we need to dovetail this. Fold it in half, line them up together, both ends. Fold it in half, make sure they're lined up properly. From the closed edge to the open edge, we're going to cut diagonally from the closed edge to the open edge. Once again, you're able to cut both sides at the same time as dovetailing them. See if we have any more that needs to be dovetailed. This one here, this one, fold it in half like this. This one's going to be a little bit more difficult because we have that extra piece, so let's do one end at a time. Closed to the open section. Oops, because it's thick, it moved on me, so let's move that over. Let's get that a little bit in there. Okay. We want it to be a little narrower. There you go. Do the same thing, straight, fold it in half. Because we did that glue, it's a little harder right there. And then cut. same thing happened here. We'll just have to fix it. Usually happens when you have thicker ribbon. Okay, so we have it all dovetail. What we're going to do now is make an X pattern, just like that. Okay, and take this one and put this one in the middle of the X, just like that. Then you're going to take red one here and go this way, and the blue one here and go this way. Okay, make an X with that, gather up in the middle, just like this. Everything is there. We're going to take this one and we're going to put it in the bottom portion here. The bottom Chanel stem that's there. We're going to secure it real tight, and then we are going to intertwine those stems. We're going to cut off a portion of it, leaving about an inch. We're going to tuck that behind, under, real good. Now we can open these up. So we have this here. Doesn't, let's see if I get this one here. They both don't say 250. Try and pull it out a little bit just so that 250 can show. $250. Here's, let's pull this out a little bit. You want that 250 to show. Okay. Okay, so then we're going to take the next one. We're going to crisscross these ones. Make an X, gather in the middle, just like that. I think I am going to get this ribbon and I'm going to cut another piece of it. Let's see. I'm going to cut it because I want Home of the Brave to be seen. Let's see, 12 inches. Okay. Dovetail it. Okay. Find that middle. It shows. And we're going to put that on the 4th Chanel stem, or the one above the one we just did. Secure it tightly and intertwine it. Cut off the excess about an inch above and put it in the back. Okay, you have the Home of the Brave that way. You have the 250. You have the Home of the Brave this way. So it can be seen. Okay. Now we can fluff them up. These ones going in between here. We have this one going up. This one going out. This one going in the middle. And these go in between those two. Okay. Now, time for the ribbon up here. So what we're going to do, we want this to be down over like this. Maybe we can have this come down this way. Okay, that's there. One loop over here. We have these ones over here. We want them to read properly. So we're gonna lift it so that it can show. Okay, you're gonna have everything reading, and you can put them in whatever direction you want it to go. So whatever you do to one end, you do to the opposite. The opposite, whatever you do on this side, you do opposite on the other side. So if this one's coming out this way, we're gonna have it coming down over here. Where is it? Put this one here, put this one out, put this one in between. Want this one coming this way. We want this one coming out this way. Underneath that though. There you go. Open these up. Open this one up. Open this one up. This one to come out here. All you're doing is just getting those fingers in between. Okay. And repositioning wherever you want them to go. As long as this one here stays in the middle. What I'm going to do is put a little bit of glue right here so that this can actually stay in the middle, because it can move around. See? So let's get that to stay. There you go. So now everything is opened up. These two here, this over here, this over here, this like that. This one in the middle. Okay, y'all. Everything to stay above. There you go. So we're not done yet. Okay, look at the ribbons. Things opened up. Look, we have one that turned around. Get that situated. Okay. All right. So now what we are going to do is flip it over gently. Don't scratch up your board. Let's move this out of the way. Okay. We're going to take, what I did was I traced around one of the sticks, 21 inch. I traced around it, and then I used this little scissors here And I went ahead and cut around the edges. So now what we're going to do is take this and glue it on here. Okay. So if you can see, this is going to be covering our hook. So we got to cut it right here. And then we're going to put it underneath here. So get your scissors, not your ribbon scissors. And let's cut it right here. Careful not to cut your mesh. Okay. So make sure that the side that you traced on is down underneath. I'm going to put that over here and give it a generous amount. I like to make sure that I have enough on there. And I'm going to hang it over just a little bit and then tuck it underneath. Just like that. And then press down. Okay. So let's do the rest. Get those edges and the center over that chenille stem so that it doesn't move out of the way. Pull it and just gently push down. Okay. You don't even hardly feel where the chenille stem was. Okay. So this little piece that's sticking up, we're going to get glue under there and push that down so that stays down. And then get a generous amount around that. Okay, you push down on it so it stays down. Okay, and you do that to the rest of the stuff. Use a different one. If you have any questions, y'all, please don't hesitate to go ahead and leave a question, and I will do my best to get back to you. Okay. Okay. Just be careful you don't burn yourself. Get that in there. Stick that in there. The sides. So it adheres to the chenille stem really good. Okay, so then the piece that we have left, we're going to take it and put it over here. But it's a little too long, so let's cut it down a little bit. Still a little too long. That should do it. And get the edges around. Get that edge over. That tucked under. Real good. And twist it under. Okay. That edge. Cover down here. And same thing on this side. Everything is down. I'm gonna have some glue strings. Okay, so we're still not done. We have to attach the light fixture on here. Okay. Twist this a little. Oops, I'm doing it. Don't do it too much because you don't want it to break. Okay. Put that in the middle just like that. Gonna glue underneath it. Then I'm going to take it and that wire that's there, I'm gonna go ahead and secure that with some glue because it's so thin I don't want it to break. And then just do the sides. Around it on the sides. Okay. So that's it, y'all. Fluff these back out. And there you go. Just make sure you fluff it up real good, however it is that you want it. Make sure all your ribbons are facing the good side up. All right, y'all. I'm gonna turn this over so that this can dry because I don't want it to get messed up. And what I like to do as well is add your business card. Add your business card on it. Okay. So I just put right here some glue. And just adhere your business card on it. So if anybody has questioned, hey, where'd you get that from? They turn it around, they flip it, and your business card is there with all of your information. Okay. Now we're done. So, all right, y'all, I'm going to wrap this one up. If you had a good time, don't just sit there quietly. Go ahead and like, follow, and share this video and let somebody else enjoy it as well. And check out my website at neilani'scrafthouse.com or on my Etsy shop. If this one is calling your name, or if you've seen something else that you like that I've done, just go ahead on over there and keep your hands busy, keep your heart happy, and I'll catch you next time at Neilani's Craft House. Bye for now.